Hey everyone, it's Jamie from Independent Street NOLA, and I'm here to talk about the partial solar eclipse that is happening tonight and tomorrow. It is the 29th of April, and tomorrow is the 30th. So let's talk about this partial solar eclipse. So first and foremost, a solar eclipse can only happen when it is a new moon. And tomorrow, tonight/tomorrow is a new moon. It's the new moon in Taurus. And this eclipse will be happening at 10 degrees of Taurus. And what's important about this eclipse to know is that 10 degrees of Taurus is a new eclipse point. And so back since 1957, there have been eclipses at 9 degrees of Taurus, but this is the first time that we're having an eclipse at 10 degrees of Taurus. And I can say in my lifetime because of the year I was born. So this is a new energy point. And I'm sorry about this lighting. Let's just roll with it though. So this is a new energy point, and so this is very important. If you don't get anything else from this information, just know that we are bringing in a new energy signature with this eclipse, and we've all been feeling it so much. This whole week has felt like it hasn't moved, and I know that like Taurus can be a slow moving energy, but this week has almost felt like it's been on stop. And not to say that my Tauranian friends, they get shit done, okay? But we are in this energy of Earth. We are in this energy of bringing something new in. And so that is just a different feeling. And, you know, Taurus is ruled by Venus. So Venus is ruling this eclipse. Venus is the divine feminine. Venus is all about receiving. What's also interesting about this 10 degrees of Taurus is that when Uranus was in Taurus, which to me was the big story in 2020, and Mars helped with this as well, because Mars was in Taurus for a while too, and it really helped move Taurus, which is a fixed sign, into this new energy signature that we have right now. So when Uranus was in Taurus in 2020, Uranus stationed at 10 degrees of Taurus, okay? For this eclipse, the 10 degree mark of Taurus, Uranus stationed at 10 degrees of Taurus for July, August, and most of September in 2020. So you guys can think back to kind of what was going on then. In your lives, I can totally remember what was going on then. We had like a whole bunch of hurricanes hitting Louisiana, which I don't think that's what this means now, okay? But it also was the time where I really got back involved with astrology. So, and then it retrograde back to 6 degrees of Taurus, and then Uranus passed over the 10 degree point in April and May in 2021, and we all know what was happening then, which again, I'm not saying that this is going to, spike up a new pandemic or anything like that at all. I don't think that's going to happen. And then Uranus went retrograde again, and then passed back over that 10 degree of mark of Taurus in late January and early February of this year. Now, what's funny is that I really don't remember what the hell was going on then of this year, but I can totally remember 2 years ago and a year ago. So there you go. But what that tells me is that Uranus has been churning up this soil in Taurus, because Taurus is an earth sign, right? And it's been making a deep, rich soil for us to plant seeds in. SEEDS, seeds in, right, for this new moon / partial solar eclipse, okay? The moon and the sun are together, right? So that's the masculine and feminine, they're together, and this is that time of creation. So this is a big eclipse, right? It is seeding a whole new energy, right, that, Taurus has been in. Now, Uranus rules Aquarius, and we are in the age of Aquarius. So use this cosmic energy, use this cosmic mind, use that idea of energy from the heart, right? Taurus is ruled by Venus. Plant these new ideas, plant these new seeds. It's important for us to see who we are now at this time in our lives, okay? And meet where we are now. Taurus is a fixed sign. Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo are all fixed signs. So if you have any planets in the fixed sign or you are a fixed sign, you're going to be feeling this because we're bringing in a new energy signature. At the same time, if you are alive on Earth, you're going to be feeling this, right? And so a lot of my friends are saying they feel very heavy, right? It's like it's a heavy energy. And all I can say to that is allow yourself to get squashed, okay? This isn't a time to fight, okay? Mars is in Pisces, honestly. Like if we're going to get real astrologically into this shit, Mars is in Pisces, When Mars is in Pisces, he's all about contemplation, right? He's all about his higher conscious self, okay? Do I still think Mars is the god of war? I don't know, right? We're in this new age, but that's another story for another time. But because we are bringing in this new energy signature, it is time for surrender. It is a time for rest, right? Because we are in the dark moon. It is a time for allowing, right? With this new energy. And it's a time to really have a conversation with ourselves to see where we are. And I know I already said that, but it's important to see who we are now, what we believe in now, what we want to plant going forward, what is clear to us. And if we don't know what is clear to us, then it's still time to rest, okay, with this new moon partial eclipse. Set new intentions, set new intentions for where you want to go now. Set new intentions for what you want the future to be. These partial eclipses, they have the energy they set the seeds for the next 6 months, okay? Spring, we're still in spring, we're still in the energy of the maiden, right? We're still in this energy of newness. We're still in this energy of youth. May 1st is May Day, right? Pluto retrograde today in Capricorn. Pluto's been in Capricorn for a hot minute. And, Capricorn, when it gets boiled down to its essence, it is the authentic self. It is how, Capricorn is how can it show itself to the outside world and how does it match with the inside of itself? Which I know, allow myself to introduce myself. I'm kind of bumbling through this. But I think you guys are getting it. Because this is a new energy, right? And it isn't cut and dry. It is just new, right? And it's in Taurus. And Taurus is creativity. Taurus is, Taurus can be money, right? But Taurus is planting, is tilling the garden. Taurus wants to be serene, right? Taurus wants things to be stable. Right, but the way Taurus does it is its own way. It's creation. It's something new. It's a new moon. It's the sun. It's the sun and the moon together. That's creation. It's something new. Uranus, the cosmic mind, which I believe is the heart, has been churning up this 10-degree point where this eclipse is taking place now for 2 years. You guys, for 2 years. This is a lot of energy. This is a lot of change. This is a lot of newness, right? Especially in these fixed signs. So it's okay to feel uncomfortable. It's okay to be like, what the fuck? But the idea is that it's time now to bring all this newness in, okay? We can't keep being who we were 2 years ago, 6 weeks ago, 6 months ago, right? Who are we now? And if you're feeling, like I said, heavy, just get squashed, surrender, let go. Jesus take the wheel, which I always think is like the funniest term ever. But really, it's time just to let go. Let go and, let spirit, let go and let the goddess. This Venus signature isn't going anywhere. This is a good time for transmutation. Venus is in Pisces right now. She's conjunct Jupiter and Neptune, and this is a lot of time for just transmutation. I have a lot of notes here where it gets real clinical, okay, with like points and stuff, and I don't want it to get there. I want you guys to really be invested in the idea that this is a new energy point. We're still clearing out the age of Pisces, right, with Venus shooting it full of love. She's conjunct Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of faith and expansion, right? So it's making Venus bigger. It's making this signature of love bigger. And it's busting through Pisces, right? And it's clearing out all that lower Piscean energy to get us to that higher consciousness. It's clearing out, I still think, another layer of codependency, right? I really feel like that's getting busted out too. At this time, it's in Venus, remember, is how we see ourselves and how we value ourselves. So if you are getting some low value vibes about yourself, let it go. All right, it's not time to keep carrying that shit with you in the future. We can't. the future is now. Okay, but it is time to let that stuff go. It is time to seed in this new energy. It is time to be stable in this idea of love, in self-worth, in value. And again, this is the age of Aquarius, so it starts with ourselves first. So plant this garden first. Plant your garden first, right? And when it starts to grow, you're going to grow more than enough. It's going to be more than abundant, and you're going to be able to share with your neighbors and your community. Saturn is at 24 degrees of Aquarius. Saturn is Aquarius' ancient ruler. Saturn is squaring the North Node and the South Node, right? And when things are in a square, it's just asking, it's in that conversation, where are things weak and where are things stable? So you have Saturn, who is about stability, squaring the North Node. Well, where's the North Node? The North Node is in Taurus, and that's what we're moving towards, right? So we're moving towards this idea of being stable. We're moving towards this idea of grounding in the goddess, right? We're moving into this idea of abundance, okay? And then it's also squaring the South Node. And the South Node is, what are we leaving behind? And the South Node is in Scorpio. We're leaving behind the shadow, right? The shadow in the way that we don't trust it, right? Because now we see that our shadow is just another side of us, okay? We're leaving behind, deception, right? Which again is that lower idea of Pisces. We're leaving behind the idea of secrecy in like a bad way, right? Which we are okay to have our own secrets and our own self, but it's this idea of just like shitty deception and like being hypnotized, all that's moving away, right? Because we don't have to be in that side of self. We can understand that we are light and dark, and that's fine. And it works together, right? There's no good or bad. So Saturn is squaring that all at the same time that this is happening with this eclipse, this partial eclipse. So there's a lot of energy happening. And then once again, Pluto is gone retrograde in Capricorn, and I think that's a good thing. I like Pluto. Pluto's been in Capricorn for a hot minute, since January, and it's just going over the fact of how can we plant in our authentic self, right? How can we birth this idea of our authentic self? And Capricorn, like I said, is the authentic self. I'm paraphrasing here because we're already 14 minutes in. So I might write a little bit more on this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. But just know, if nothing else, this is a new energy signature, and it's a new energy signature in Taurus, right? Which is so beautiful, right? Because it is the goddess, it is Venus, it is our divine feminine, which is in all of us. The sun and the moon are together. And also, in the sun and the moon, it's really bringing in this energy of working together, right? Of being not even 50-50, but just working together. There's no hierarchy. we're really leaving that behind, and we're just allowing everything to do their job, and just to be, right? Get back into this flow of nature, which is so important with this earth sign. Okay, you guys, I'm going to leave it for now. I hope you guys have a happy eclipse, partial eclipse. I hope you have a happy new moon, set these new intentions. I hope you have a happy Beltane and a happy May Day. All right, see you soon. Bye.